Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Blacklist Universe. I'm your host, Mike S. Miller. This is my channel. Like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. And yeah, remove that. How are you guys doing? What's new with y'all? What's new with y'all? Tonight's episode, crawling back to CG. This is what I've heard. This is what I've been told. That apparently there's a rumor that I'm crawling back to CG. I'm not. Sorry, everybody. I had a productive conversation with Ethan. I did not seek out this conversation. I was begrudgingly accepted Ethan into a chat. I was on Nasser's channel earlier, and we were supposed to chat about Lone Star. Talking about Lone Star. Stream said live in 14 minutes, and poof, you're here. Yes, Zeno, poof. Indeed, poof, I am here. Like and share. Do me the favor. Let me view this on the tube so I can share this out myself. And this is going to become a work stream at some point. I do want to sit down and actually start working. I'm going to do Kevin. I'm going to do a trading card for Kevin Sharp. Artists helping artists. It's the thing to do. And so, anyhow, I don't understand that question. Anyways, I was on Nasser's stream. Nasser, the negotiator. And then Ethan came into the chat, and then Nasser's like, come on, can we bring Ethan again? I'm like, and I tried to get him not to at first, and then it was just like, oh, everybody in the chat wants you to talk to Ethan. And so he did. And we kind of, we talked about comic stuff, and I was like, I don't want to argue, and I don't want to go over history and dredge history. But ultimately, look, Ethan offered what I believed, unless Ethan is a world-class actor, what I believed was a heartfelt apology, and I have to accept that. I absolutely have to. And so I reciprocated. I have not been perfect, obviously, in our tete-a-tete. And so, yeah, I did not. And then Mr. Biggins, who goes on there and, first of all, he speaks the most foul stuff, and then tries to criticize my Christianity. So, whatever you want to say, I'll take your criticism with a bucket of salt, Mr. Biggins. It was a good stream, says 7 of 9. What's up, 7? No. So one of the things that was made very clear is that, look, I hold a position like Billy Tucci or like your boy Zach. That's just my position. I'm not gonna wear no labels. I'm not gonna start wearing. Oh, okay. I might wear the T-shirt because I still have 20 some odd copies of my Comic Skate T-shirt. Actually, I was wearing it earlier today. I think I was wearing it on that stream. I took a shower since then because I was disgusting. And at any rate, I'm not Comic Skate. Comic Skate is the fans, and I will look. That's my definition. Bye. Have fun at work. That's my definition, and I have not deviated from that definition for about 2 years now. And so, being as I believe that Comicsgate is the fans and I am the creator, I still think that should be separate and that creators should, what's the word? I don't want to say kowtow, but the creators should be creating for the fans, right? Creator, fan, Comicsgate. And if the Comicsgate fans don't want to support me, that's their right. And if they do want to support me, God bless them. Okay, God bless them even if they don't want to support me. But God bless them more if they do. The cat and son are pacing. Sean Dorsey says, shake hands, forgive, move on, doing your thing. Don't get bogged down with certain individuals anymore. Look. This is what forgiveness is. I remember when I went to my 20-year high school reunion, there was a girl, Rochelle. Rochelle was a handful in high school. And being as such, I made a t-shirt about her that said legend in her own mind. And everyone in the school thought it was hilarious. They just thought this was the funniest thing, but I wouldn't let her see it because I would always zip up my jacket when she was around. JV gives me $1. Thank you, JV. I appreciate that. And so anyways, at our high school reunion, I apologized to Rochelle. And I went up to her and I said, Rochelle, you know, I might have said some stuff and I know I did the thing and I apologize and I just, you know, I would love to have your forgiveness. And she says, sure, Mike. No. And I was at the table next to her. And then 10 minutes later, I'm sitting at the table next to her and I hear her talking smack about me, about the stuff I did in high school. So I went over to her and I knelt down by her chair and I looked up to her. I go, Rochelle? She says, yeah. I go, do you understand what forgiveness is? She said, what? I said, forgiveness is giving up the right to hold a grudge against someone for, you know, their slights. I forget exactly how I worded it, but essentially that. It's not forgetting necessarily. You know, it's not forgive and forget. But it's, you don't then say you forgive somebody and then turn around and start complaining about all the stuff they did. So I've forgiven. Slate is clean. I am not going to dredge up any of the stuff, perceived or otherwise, that I had against Ethan. And if I do, hold me to it. Hold me to it. If I bring anything up, hold me to it, because that's not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is letting it go, right? Let go, let God. And I feel good. It feels good, man. It's a blessing. I feel blessed tonight. So I'll thank you, Ethan. Thank you for you know, being man enough. That was I feel blessed. So I hope you feel likewise. Let's see what's people's in the chat. Mr. Oxmall says, Mr. Biggins has money and no taste. Literally anyone who spends $3,000 on... Oh, come on. Sean Dorsey says, no hashtags except hashtag boomer comics, of course. Smugpug says, you're a good man, Mike. I'm glad you and Ethan are patching things up. And well, here's the thing. Friggin', I'm not crawling back anywhere trying to get CG money. Again, if you're CG and you want to support my comics, God bless you. If you're CG and somehow you think I've done or said something to offend you, tell me what I have done or said to offend you. And if I think you're right, or I think even your perception is right, then I'll apologize. But what I'm not going to apologize for, and I'm going to caveat this, I'm not going to specify anything. There have been things that have been said about me that aren't true that a lot of Comicsgate believes. I will not apologize for those things. But if you saw me say something, you saw me tweet something out of my mouth, off of my Twitter, and it offended you, tell me what it is, and I will apologize. I will not apologize for things I am not guilty of. So, deal? Is that a deal? Or is that a deal? That's a deal. 99% off. Don Man says, what you think CG should be and what it reality is are not the same. It really doesn't matter what you believe it should look like. Just overcome your hangups and be the example you want to see in CG. What you think CG should be and what the reality is are not the same. Yeah, I think that's probably true. It really doesn't matter what you believe it should look like. Just overcome your hangups and be the example you want. I'm trying to be. I treat people well as I can. I'm not a perfect person. I produce as high quality product as I possibly can, and I try to get it out at a reasonable rate, even though I've failed at that. Look, I'm a failure on many fronts. But it is what it is, you know? So yeah, I don't know what the hangups part is. What am I hung up on? Don, please explain to me what I'm hung up on. By the way, everyone, if you're here, I put the link to the PDF for the first. I'm going to just start doing this to everybody. Free comics, everybody. The PDF to issue 1 of Lone Star is in the description. So if you want a free PDF, please go to the description, click that link, download it, and hopefully enjoy. I'm sorry if I'm missing anything. There's a lot more text or a lot more chat than I was gonna draw. I was gonna sit down and draw. Maybe I should have Jalapeno Milk come in here and read the chats for me. Timotei Bass says, anyone offended from Pride is a Sin doesn't really want to fight the culture war. You know what? That's why. That's part of the reason why I kind of anticipated what Ethan was going to say tonight, because I heard him on Nasser's stream the other day being repentant about how he treated me with the Pride is a Sin thing. He wasn't outright apologizing, but he was like, yeah, I kind of overdid that. And, and I was like, all right, so there's legitimacy to what he's saying. So, yeah. Thanks for the free Lone Star 1, says Dennis. I think we need to initiate an emergency squirrel here to change the subject. Bitcoin. Wow. Where's Bitcoin at? Where's my Bitcoin page? Why is my Bitcoin page not on here? Let me close this. Let me close this. You know what? Magus 7 has actually sold a little bit more today. Let's see if it moved any. We're at $39,545 with 826 backers, which is my birthday, 8/26. Oh. Ask, and you shall receive.
Hey, did you call for me?
It's a mini mecha. Hello, mini mecha.
Hey, yeah. You guys want to hear Oxmal, huh? I don't know if I can do a good Oxmal. No, hey, I think you're on a really positive note, so I just wanted to keep the positivity going.
Right on. Jim O'Reilly says, have fun, Mike. Stay humble. Continue to do good work and enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
Enjoy the
Did you say you were going to draw?
I was going to draw. I need a smaller page, though, because I'm doing a Dragon Guard card for our good friend Kevin. Hey, look, everybody. It's Red Rooster.
Red Rooster.
Yeah. Hey, look, everybody. It's Brand.
Oh, yeah. You gave away a free comic tonight, too, didn't you?
I did. It's in the chat. It's in the description. If you want a copy of the PDF of Lone Star 1, then please go to the description.
Let's see here.
I need to go find some smaller Bristol board, Mecca.
Yeah, I'll keep the chat entertained. And let's see, we got a lot of people
I
in
have
here
some right here.
tonight.
Never mind. I don't have to go anywhere.
Oh, okay. 87, 90 people watching. Wow. Well, I watched the stream earlier, and I was really hopeful about it. You know, I think Ethan really said some good things. You know, I've been critical of him before, but I was really inspired by what he said tonight. I think there's a lot of genuine.
I was a little critical of Ethan in the past, I'll admit.
Yeah, I think we all have. You know, he's the biggest guy in CG, so. I think the conversation you two had was a good example.
Donald's the biggest guy in CG.
somewhere sketch therapy is screaming into the night.
You motherfuckers! You motherfuckers!
Excuse me. Oh, I think
look. Anyone who buys that I would crawl back to anybody for money. I know people think I'm insane because I won't think about money first. But they clearly haven't been paying attention this entire time. If they think that that's me, that I'm gonna like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, I'm not making as much as I did last time. I will therefore throw away morals, principles, whatever you want to call it, and tuck my tail between my legs. I admit it. I am proud. Pride is a sin, and that's maybe a bad thing. But money is not my guiding principle, and it never will be. And so anyone who thinks that is why I would accept and return forgiveness from Ethan, you're clueless. You're absolutely clueless. So sorry, Mr. Big Ones.
Mike is the shortest guy in CG. Oh, don't be so hard on him. Mike also has the best hair in CG.
I'm not in CG.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing the dog tags.
Well, see, I see CG as kind of like you're driving home from work on the freeway and there's a car crash. The car crash was caused by the SJWs. And Ethan's in the car in the next lane. Mike's in front of me, brake checking me, and we're all in traffic together. But that doesn't mean we're all allianced with each other either. That's just we're all the victims.
I'm happy to be considered CG adjacent or whatever it is.
Well, I said it earlier.
Everybody's like, it's like, no, you have to accept my definition of CG. It's like, look, whatever. If you're a fan and you have to think that I'm CG and you think that's your definition, whatever. I don't care. Hey, let's get Dark Gift in here. I like Dark Gift. Let's get him in here.
Are you available, Mr. Anthony? I got to ask him about his newest project.
Oh.
My goodness.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of that. I heard a little.
Well, if he wants to promote it, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's all a car crash that the SJW's called, and we're all just crawling through it and trying to get on the other side of that traffic jam.
Well, I'm just going to stick with what I've thought for 2 years. I'm not going to deviate because I'm a stubborn son of a gun. CG is the fandom.
Yeah.
That's where I'm sticking my pin. CG is the fandom. Anybody else has their own definitions. Go with God. Believe whatever you want. That's my definition. CG is the fandom. As a producer of comic books, I serve the fandom. If you don't want my service,
never gatekeep money coming your way, I guess. Unless it's from Coney 2012 or something. I don't know.
Wait, what? Thank you for the $5 Dark Gift.
Yeah. I'm CG, and we had 2 great long conversations. Explained my gripe. You apologized and said it was all good. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, CG doesn't gatekeep your boy Zach. They don't gatekeep Billy Tucci. And you definitely, like I said this earlier on NASA Stream, you have more comic bona fides than your boy Zach. Like, can you count how many comic books you've put your name on?
Me? No, Not at all.
Right. but they won't give you that courtesy, the elder statesman role
Of what?
of just that respect of not asking you for your loyalty.
Oh, I don't care, honestly.
Because it seemed like that's what Ethan was kind of getting at some point. It was like, oh, come back to CG. You're CG whether you like it or not. It's like, well, he doesn't do the same litmus test on Zach. I don't think.
No, but at the same time,
and I'm just saying that.
At the same time, he does the same thing, whereas he just calls Zach CG and he calls Billy CG.
Right. But the fans don't really put the pins on him for that, right?
I don't care.
They shouldn't do the same to you either. I hope.
I hope. And no, honestly, I think that's the way we left it.
Yeah.
Right. I think he understood my position. I understand his position. I understand. As long as you explain your position, it's like that's.
Yeah,
I'm not going to fight the fight anymore. It's just not. It's not a fight. It's not a fight anymore. It's not an argument.
Did you send Dark Gift a link? He said he can come on.
I did.
Okay, cool.
Wilberforce says, "How come you never invite me on when I give super chats?" I don't think I know you, Wilberforce. I mean,
I think he's been on Oz's stream at some points.
Has he?
I think so. I think with any streaming, you got to realize, guys, if you don't get an invite, it's because you have to kind of have a rapport with somebody. At any second, I could play some like copyrighted music and tank Mike's whole channel, right? So it's not something you could just give to anybody.
Yeah, I'm not just dropping links. Well, yeah. I do sometimes. That doesn't mean I'll bring you into the chat.
Yeah, tonight has the potential for a lot of contentious moments. So feelings are hot both ways in CG and everywhere else.
Well, maybe with some of the.
Well, like you usually don't get 95 viewers on your stream, so there's a lot of attention here.
Yeah,
not to disparage you. Oh, by the way, are we doing bric-a-brac for D&Q?
Oh,
Edwin. Moving on up.
Wait, Edwin?
Mr. Boyette.
Ed, as a fan, are you comics? I'm not a fan. I'm a producer.
Yeah.
I haven't bought comics in. I mean, once in a blue moon, I'll go and grab a trade paperback or something, but I haven't bought comics in decades. And it's funny because when I met John Byrne for the first time, San Diego Comic-Con in like 1992 or 1993, I asked him what his favorite. He's like, I don't read comics anymore, and I'm like, what? How dare you? And I'm like, now I'm that age, and I'm like, yeah, I don't read comics anymore.
You tried gatekeeping your hero. How dare you?
I know, so bad. Kennel Harris says, I missed the first Lone Star. Was a good read. Thank you, Kennel.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
So I need Dragon Guard. Oh, wait. I don't know which character he wants me to do.
Are you working on a page or something else?
No, I'm doing a card for Kevin.
Oh. And welcome to the stream, Mr. Dark Gift himself.
What's up, Grift?
What's going on, guys?
Dark Grift.
So what do you think about all this nonsense?
I was actually streaming while the NASA stream was going on, so I've been trying to catch up. I did catch Ethan's stream.
Yeah.
And then I was starting to watch NASA stream, and then you came on, so I came over here. I'll watch NASA stream. But I got the gist. I mean, like somebody on my stream they were giving me like the play-by-play of Nasser's stream. Testify was giving me the play-by-play of Nasser's stream in the chat of my stream.
Testify.
Yeah. And he's like, apparently you're no longer CG, meaning me, because I'll talk to anybody. And he was, of course, referring to Liam or what have you. I don't know. I guess Liam came up on Nasser's stream. I don't know. Whatever. I don't want to get into the specifics of talking about other people, but and I was like, you can't. Only the individual can call themselves CG. The fans might think a creator might like to me, Mike. In my heart, you'll always be CG, even though you say you're not. So
It's all a car
that's,
crash,
that's
man.
the weird amorphous thing about not that. And then you know what? I know people are like, no, don't give it a definition. That was my thing. It's like how you need. Everyone has their own definition. So I'm just going to stick with my definition.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing is it's just the two main things: customer service and no ham-fisted propaganda. Right. The basics. I keep it to the basics.
Well, then I flew right out of that boat with MAGA 7.
Well, no, that was parody. That gets a pass.
It was absurdism.
It was incredibly ham-fisted, though.
All right.
Well, my take on it, CG was also primarily a response against really bad comic books that were coming out.
Right.
So CG should also be a movement of really good comic books.
Okay, this is the one reason I would just ignore everything I've said for the past 2 years about the definition of CG and actually claim CG.
So you can cause another Spurgout from the orange time.
I'll be right back.
But it's funny because, like, you know, by certain people's like standards, me just coming on here right now would be like, oh, he's not CG. You know, he can't be CG anymore because he's on mic. Like, I don't know, maybe prior to today, it seems like you're patching things up with people here and there. But if this was yesterday, I'm sure there's tons of people in CG that would be like, he's not CG anymore. He was on Mike's show. He's not CG anymore. He was on Testify's show. He's not CG anymore. He was on Liam's show.
Which gatekeepers do we have to worry about, though? And which gates? Which gates and which gatekeepers?
There's no guy. That's my whole point is the whole movement can turn their back. See, I'll say movement. I won't say community. The whole movement can turn their back on me and stop talking to me tomorrow. I could still say I'm CG. You know what I mean? Like, right. John De La Rose says he's CG, then he's CG. You know what I mean? Like that's it.
War Campaign still does a show called Comicsgate.
Yeah. A couple of my shows have the word Comicsgate in the title. You know what I mean? Like, so who's gonna tell me that you know? It just makes no sense to me. Like, doesn't mean that someone's gonna like buy their book. You know, just because they say they're CG, but it also doesn't mean we get to say who is and who isn't. You know,
well,
like me and Mecca, like when we had that first conversation on my channel, right? And you were like, "Would you consider me CG?" I go, "Would you consider you CG?" And you said yes. I said, "Well, then yes." You know, if you say yes, then that's all it is.
That was also back when it was like, oh, if you don't say you're CG, you're out of here. You know, that was kind of like the attitude I got was like, if you don't claim CG, then you really don't have a point other than antagonizing people.
I mean, maybe I never got that. I just always feel like the whole like who gets to say, like they were like, I know like Mike and Liam don't get along. I like Liam. I got no problems with the guy. But that stream he did where they told him Nasser was coming back and he was like, bring me John and EBS.
Bring me.
Oh my god.
I did too. And like, I know maybe he'll get mad at me for saying that, but I laughed so hard. I was like, he just pulled a Mark Wade. Like, because isn't that what Mark Wade said about Zach at one of the conventions, right?
I totally forgot about that.
I'll be here all day.
Oh man!
All day. I'll be streaming all day. Bring me.
Then he tried getting a yuck out of it later, embarrassingly. You know.
Well, you know, if you can't laugh at yourself, then you're taking things way too seriously. Like people will come at me.
That's kind of a caricature that they've made about me that I can't laugh at myself because I kind of play along with the certain gags. Look, the hey Mike thing. I stream in a room where there's usually children.
Right.
You know, so having phallic stuff flashing across my screen all the time isn't something I want for my children to be exposed to. And it's like, oh, it's not a real penis. It's like, you know, where's the line? Where's the line?
I get that. I mean, if you got kids in the room, the context of the joke is still the context of the joke. You know what I mean? So I get that. I get that.
We can't all be, on the Howard Stern Jr. show.
If Mike was alone in the room,
Yeah,
then
that's a different thing.
I
Or
get it.
my older kids are here, whatever,
Right.
Edwin's asking who Mark Waid is. Famously, he was at a convention. He thought your boy Zach was on and demanded that he be brought before his eminence.
No. It was something like if you see.
If you see your boy Zach,
or come and no, it was come and tell me. I don't care if I'm on a panel. Come and tell.
Yes,
Come and get,
I don't care if I'm on a panel. Yep. I just saw Vic King said that Liam excommunicated him because he's working with Nasser. So does that mean I'm going to get excommunicated because you have me doing the theme song for your trailer, Vic?
You can't excommunicate somebody. That's antithetical to what
Comicsgate's about.
Right. So it's like saying, like I refuse to breathe or something at that point.
Right. Well, because I want to know, because like Vic asked me for their project to do the theme song for their trailer. So technically Nasser didn't ask me. So do I get a pass? Do I get like a separation pass? Is Vic a buffer, or does that mean now I'm excommunicated too because I'm doing the theme song for their trailer?
I'm trying to
Risey Lee is in here. Risey Lee has never been in my chat before.
Am I trying to Edwin? I only stole his job. Yes.
You took his job.
Welcome to Blacklist Universe.
All right.
We're here with a Dune reading.
Edwin, are you done with all your electioneering, or are we still in the limbo stage?
Calliope is at night is asking, Mike needs to see something in the chat from Todoroki is a beast. Where did Todoroki say?
I have to see. Yes, please do pay attention to the chat since I am drawing.
I like this comment from Don, man. Everyone needs to stop pushing their version of CG on each other. Yeah.
There you go.
That's a really good comment, Don,
there
man.
You go.
Well, that's always been my point since forever. Since last summer when this all went down, I was like, why can't those people just be CG over there? Why can't we just just do our own thing? And why do we have to fight and argue? And especially amongst the fans, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's like my whole point was like, okay, and take no offense to this, Mike, but I was like, it's two grown men having a lover's quarrel. Why are we taking sides, drawing a line in the sand, and fighting each other over two guys who are just having, and that was the way I phrased it, so that's why I said don't take offense to it. But basically, yeah, it was like, why are we're all grown men and grown women, and two grown men are having a fight, and we're going to take sides and start ripping each other to shreds over it?
Yeah.
Like, let them handle it.
I'll reiterate that.
Hold on, let me interrupt you guys for a second here. This is the comment from Todoroki that Calliope brought to our attention. Can someone let Mike read my previous comment I left a while ago? It's about my missing Mike S. Miller cover art on Lone Star Heart of the Hero Redux comic I haven't gotten yet.
Cover art? What?
Yeah, so Todoroki, I think you need to message Mike through Indiegogo.
Yeah, don't leave comments. If you go to the messaging system through Indiegogo, that will email me directly. Otherwise, underdogmike@att.net, just email me directly. I'll look up your order and you tell me what you're missing and I'll get it out to you.
There you go.
I apologize if I screwed up your order. I am human.
Oh, let's see. Edwin did a Dune tonight. Dune story.
Good.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, Edwin. If you want to come back and take your seat on DNQ, I humbly bow out, and I remain on alternate call or backup.
I do full sweat.
Yeah, I've just been warming your seat, my man.
And I'll repeat this from earlier. I'll repeat a couple of things. First of all, if you have not read Lone Star 1 or you did not back Lone Star 1, there is a free PDF of Lone Star 1 in the description. Go ahead and read it, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you did enjoy it, then I hope you feel like up to backing the other issues on LoneStarComic.com. The second one, if you have something you think I said or typed on Twitter, and you need me to apologize for it, and you want to confront me about it, feel free. I want to know, because I will not apologize for things that were said that I said, but I will apologize if I said something amiss. Because I gotta mea culpa if I did anything wrong. I don't want to have done stuff wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
I
thanks,
said,
thanks for the vote of confidence, Edwin. I appreciate that, man. Drawn and quartered is the reason I started drawing, so it's been an honor to be a part of the show.
that's cool.
Sorry to interrupt you, Dog Gift.
No, I was just gonna say, like I said in my super, like me and Mike had two, they were like hours long conversations over on Oz's channel.
Yeah.
The first one, I think we stayed in the back room talking for another 2 hours after the show ended. And my whole thing was always, like I said, I didn't care what you were saying about him and he was saying about you. Like I said, that's your guys' beef. That had nothing to do with me. I just buy your guys' books. You know what I mean? But it was like I mentioned it was the broad brushing. Like when you would like just use Comicsgate loosely. And the first time I think you were like still like, no, I just mean when I say Comicsgate, I mean the ones who were saying stuff. But the second conversation, I think I was finally able to get like, you say that, but if you don't preface that and, nobody knows that that's what you mean,
Yeah, people will assume the worst.
Right. And I was, again, I wasn't like angry where I was like, go kill Mike, but I was like, oh, why do you have to go and like lump everybody together like that? And you apologized and said that you would be more conscious of like doing that going forward. And as far as I saw, you stuck by your word. So like, that's all and I still bought your books even when I was disappointed. So it wasn't like, it wasn't even like that was like holding me back from supporting like the books or anything. It was just more on like a, if my opinion is good, like I was on the panel. So if my opinion's going to be mentioned, I might as well back up my opinion and explain why and stuff like that. So, yeah, as far as I said,
good job, man. That's why I had to have you on here. Cause I think we got along and I thought, I think you're cool. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. I thought, I thought we had a good conversation too.
I don't know if pride is still a sin. Mike.
Of course.
I was miffed at Miller, but I am no longer. Sorry, says Kevin Ryan.
Oh, thanks, Kevin.
Hey, Wilberforce Wooster has a really good comment here. Mods, if there are any here, we got 105 people watching. Can we get a link to Lone Star 3?
LoneStarComic.com. Easy,
there you go.
Easy. And I don't know. Should I repeat it? This is not. I'm not crawling back to Comicsgate. This is not. There was a certain person on the other on Ethan's stream who's like, he just wants our money, and it's like, look, that's not how this happened. I was on a show with Nasser. We were supposed to be talking about my book, and then Ethan kept coming into the chat, and Nasser begged and pleaded for me to bring him on the show, or for me to let Nasser bring him on the show. And I finally relented. And then we talk like men. Apologies and forgiveness was offered and accepted on both sides. And that's it. We came to, he asked me if I would come back to his show, and I said, I'll pray about it, and I will. I'm not jumping back in and, I'm not going after CG money. If you're CG and you want to support my book, God bless you. If you're in CG and you don't want to support my book, then God bless you. Just a little bit less than the other people.
See, I think before any of that happens, we need to get John Malin to come back to Drawn and Quartered.
Well, maybe he'll accept the next invite because he refused the last one.
Yeah, we're going to hold Mike's allegiance to CG hostage on that matter.
I did hear, because I kind of like been dipped out on the streams. Like I haven't been paying attention as much as I usually do. Were you on one of Malin's streams recently?
No,
No,
Oh,
we
no?
just
I thought I heard somebody say you were on one of Malin's streams. So
maybe
like, oh.
in the chat. but
oh,
not on
maybe.
the show, not on the show.
Okay, gotcha. Maybe that's what it was.
let me address something real quick here. I want to soapbox for just a second. About Biggins, I want to know how many comic books Biggins has done, and why his opinion matters more than Mike's. When Mike has a countless number of comic books to his name. If this is really a comic skate is really about comic books, why does Biggins get a voice? Larger than Mike's at this point.
I could kind of. I'm not gonna stick up for the guy. He makes some good points here and there, but he basically, I think everybody takes his.
He's a consumer.
He's a whale. You know what I mean? He drops a lot of.
So he
Yeah.
bought his way to it.
That's right.
Right. So certain things. There's a lot of things I'll agree with him on. Tonight wasn't one of them. My thing is like this: if people are sincere and they're looking for forgiveness or redemption of some kind, then I think everybody's redeemable.
Well, here's my thing. And sorry if you're going to get on a show and call somebody a Pharisee and question their faith, then you better be the freaking Pope, not someone who's spitting all this vile language, talking about, going out and getting all laid and all that kind of crap and all this, and then call somebody else out on their Christianity. Sorry, dude. I'm not going to freaking that's just ridiculous to me. That's
He does Zach's taxes. Yeah, see, I don't look, Biggins, I'm not gonna gatekeep him, but unless he's producing a book, I'm markedly less interested in what he has to say. He's just another consumer like I am.
Yeah, no,
Come criticize Mike when you do 28 years of comic books.
Yeah, I've only really dealt with him in chats. There was one stream. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning on like one of Cecil's like 8-hour long streams that I was on with him once. And again, like I said, there's some things where he'll say something and it's like, yeah, like he kind of knows what he's talking about. He knows his comic book history and he knows things like that, and he can bring up some good points. But and I don't remember what we were talking about that night because it was, like I said, 5 in the morning, and this is going back like 6 or 7 months ago, maybe even longer.
Yeah.
But I just remember like not agreeing with him about something on there too, and I was like, I don't know, but he was cool with the fact, like he didn't come at me like when I disagreed with him. Like he actually listened, so he can be talked to.
But everything he has to say tonight, but if he's trying to gatekeep Mike or disparage him, or I don't like what's going on, I don't think that matters. You're just another consumer, man.
I think he can be a little arrogant. I don't know if you're listening.
I think that's an understatement. But, I've never talked to the guy. I don't really care to talk to him. He was saying, Mike was only coming back for the money. Mike was saying he'd rather make less money at one point. So, Mr. Biggins, were you paying attention?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's like people just don't.
No, look, if anybody has that opinion of me, it's because they haven't been paying attention.
Which clearly, from his own contradictions would be something to question him about. But my bigger problem with him is like, you're not making a book, you're just another consumer with a bigger wallet than us. I don't think that has a lot of value to anyone else in Comicsgate. Let's make good comic books.
And it's funny. It's like I'm such a freaking stubborn contrarian that I would just not ever go on Ethan's show just to prove Biggins wrong.
Yeah, but at the same point,
that is stubborn. But
and no, I have this goodwill towards Ethan too, doing that. Just.
I wanted to say something to what you were saying, but I just forgot what you were saying. Damn it! Sorry. Yeah, I forgot. The thought slipped my mind. Sorry.
The Pope is causing a lot of controversy. He liked a spicy Instagram post. He has a really good taste in women, I guess. Don't let Zippy hear me say
his
that.
Instagram history with the world.
Oh, that's what it was. Because you were saying people, if they think that they haven't been paying attention.
Yeah.
I said something similar in my stream tonight. Because again, Testify was like going, "Yeah, you're out because you chose." How do you know that expression where you say like you backed the wrong horse, meaning Liam or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, if you think I backed a horse in this situation, then you haven't been paying attention to a thing I've been saying the last 3 years. I was like, I'll talk to whoever I want to talk to. Like
Right.
that's not gonna, like, I'm not backing somebody. I'm not supporting someone's argument because I happen to be on their stream or I happen to like be in their chat and,
Dude,
and I'm being friendly
part
with
of
them.
that was part of my biggest beef with freaking War Campaign, even aside from all the other, the horrible stuff they were doing, is that the whole concept of CG only was antithetical to CG. Or at least,
Sure.
again, my definition of CG. It's like, and I get the, Marvel, like make mine Marvel kind of shtick and all that kind of stuff. But even when I said this on NASA's show, even when I was a kid and I was a make mine Marvel kid, I still bought freaking Man of Steel and Teen Titans. And it's like, just because I was make mine Marvel didn't mean I was like, exclusively Marvel. I will never put money in anybody else's pocket and blah blah blah. And to me, it's like CG, like going back to core principles on what CG was when I joined, and what I believed was, great comics by great people. And I know later on this non-political thing got added, but good customer service.
Well,
That's what it was to me. And if
it's
that
about
means,
saving the comic books industry, right? It's about saving the comic book industry. Mr. Biggins, where's your comic book?
He buys lots of them.
Yeah, he does buy a lot. I got to give the guy
Whatever.
credit.
I mean, I don't want to make this about him. I don't. It's
Yeah.
the only thing that irritated me about what he said is that he's trying to criticize my faith, because what, I got in a fight with Ethan. What the hell? I don't know. Whatever.
Well, that's again, and like I don't know, like going back to like just talk to whoever you want to talk to, back whoever you want to back. Like,
Yeah.
me and Mecca, right? Do we agree? We probably agree on less than what we disagree on, right? But me and Mecca can actually sit down and have a conversation, be respectful and courteous.
If you DM me about anything, I would give you the time of day, because I know you have something important to say, or I respect you enough to take an interest in your opinion, no matter what it is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna get, but like there was some. Even speaking of DM, like what is, like a few months back, there was something going on. You were being a little catty with somebody, joking around, and I DM'd you, and
I've always been a jerk. Yes.
Right. And I DM'd you, and I said, I was like, hey, dude, can you just do me a favor? Just back off that one person.
Yeah.
They're not made
You're
for
not
that.
the only person I've heard that from, by the way.
He's heard it from me.
And we'll leave that person nameless.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't want to bring nothing in, but like,
I'll say to that person's credit, she's producing a book, and Mr. Biggins isn't.
Okay, Mecca.
That's all I'll say on Mr. Biggins.
Like a dog with a bone, man.
But yeah, I mean, that's just the thing.
I think I bring that up because I think people who actually produce a good comic is ultimately the greatest expression of what CG is a reaction to bad comic books by making our own good comic books.
I just rock and roll. He's asking me, when do people get credit for buying books?
They get it in the mail.
I think he's, because I said I'll give him credit on that, but I got cut off. My full thought was going to be, I'll give him credit on that. The man does support a lot of independent artists. That's what I was going to say.
Okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
That's not something to dismiss.
Yeah.
I
mean, I like to think. I mean, I've backed at this point almost 160 campaigns.
Yeah, you backed how many of mine?
I
mean, you got
Lone Star
Megtag,
one.
Lone Star. Yeah.
I got the Meg. I got Lone Star 1 and 2, Monster, the first Monster Hunt, and Magnificent 7.
Yeah, dude. You're backing everything. I appreciate you. What was your favorite out of all of them?
The oh, why am I drawing a blank on the title? It's the one with the detective.
Deal with the Devil.
Deal with the Devil. Thank you. That was my favorite. That was pretty. I almost said I was gonna say
Cool.
bad blank. Yeah, that was really good.
Bad blank? It was bad blank?
Yeah, listen, I'm a Brooklyn boy living in Jersey. I'm trying really hard here.
You're doing great.
And with the YouTube censored McCheese a straight shooter, my theory is that YouTube is fact checking the comics bear, implying McCheese is straight. I'm single and I'm looking for women. I'll just say that, but not on the internet. Mostly within my geographical location.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, I try to shoot straight, and I got a PlayStation 5.
Rock and roll, no. I'm not putting anybody on a special list. I'm just saying that. I was just saying that, like, he's not just some guy like he is heavily involved as well. Oh, that was the point I was trying to make. He's heavily involved and invested in the movement. I'm not saying he's any better than the guy who backs the smallest tier and has only backed 5 campaigns. Anybody who's backing any of these campaigns is I mean, the tagline on the intro to my Comicsgate Showcase show is Comicsgate, back a project, back a dream. So you're basically funding somebody's dream.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, you put $1, you donate $1 on a campaign, and you're just as equal as Mr. Biggins in that regard.
Yeah, absolutely. And anybody who invests in Comicsgate, indie crowdfunded comics at any point, that's valuable. It's just you don't get to take that influence and say this person shouldn't be involved, like Liam did, or like Mr. Biggins, taking this negative thing on whatever. But I've spoken enough on him tonight.
What did Liam do? Not that I want to try to do a bash Liam stream, but what did Liam do?
Well, Liam spent $5 on a super chat to ask why Kevin Sharp was blocking on Raging Golden Eagle.
Yeah, that was douchey.
Yeah, like you spent money to put Kevin on the spot about CG loyalty. That's not the right move.
That was trying. That was
done in bad faith.
That was straight up cancel culture.
Yep.
That's
and
the
CG
same
is
thing
not cancel culture.
As whoever the CG people were, and I know who they are, but I'm not going to name names, who went on Shadiversity's freaking post about me working on his book with him.
Really?
And tried to warn them off of working with me. That's cancel culture bullcrap. And whoever did that, and I know who you are, you're an FAW. Sorry.
I missed all that. I'm sorry. I don't even know what's going on.
It wasn't you.
Yeah. I don't even know who Shadiversary is. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
The last video I saw from him, he had the sword from Doom Eternal, so that's pretty cool.
He
like the laser sword thing.
He had a huge video today because he's already done a video about boob armor, and then boob armor became this huge controversy topic because of Mandalorian this week. So he did an updated video on it, and so Dark Grift. I'm gonna call you Dark Grift just because it rolls off the tongue.
Everybody does.
All right, Rhaegar has a point. I don't want to beat up on Mr. Biggins tonight. I think we said enough. I appreciate that he invests in comic book content. I just don't think I don't like what he said about Mike tonight. That's all.
Yeah, some of his opinions.
I don't think you should throw your weight around in an attempt to disparage other people producing comic books. But boob armor.
Boob armor.
What's your favorite boob armor?
Mike, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna tell you who Shadiversity is. Shadiversity is Shad M. Brooks, and he does a a channel here on YouTube that's got 1.05 million subscribers, wherein he discusses weapons and armor and medieval, fortresses and all that kind of stuff in a very entertaining YouTube-ish way. And he wrote a book called Shadow of the Conqueror, which he has subsequently sold 30,000 copies of through his YouTube channel alone, and or through the influence of his YouTube channel.
Hey,
And
Mike, you're drawing a card for Dragon Guard, right?
I'm in the middle of an
I'm sorry. I just had to put it in the chat, the link in the chat.
Yeah, Dragon Guard.
Dragon Guard, back Dragon Guard, guys. My
Yeah,
bad.
put the Dragon Guard in the chat.
It's in there.
All right. And so I contacted Shad because I knew he was a fan of mine, and then we were talking, and I talked to him. I was like, "Hey, did you ever want to do a comic book?" And he's like, "I wanted to be a comic book artist." And then he's like, he showed me some of his art, and I'm like, "Well, what do you want to do?" And he's like, "Heck yeah!" And so he wants. We are doing an adaptation of. That's making a lot of noise. Of Shadow of the Conqueror part 1 I'm already done with 48 pages.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very
We're going to
nice.
be launching
Yeah.
that pretty soon. He's working on the launch video right now.
Can I address Rock and Roll's comment there? I won't read it. I won't read it out loud, but you flashed it on the screen anyway. That is not true. I know it is. It is well known amongst the community that I do smoke, but no, I was lighting a cigarette and I don't want to smoke on screen on Mike's channel in case his
So no
kids are
smoking.
watching.
They don't care if you smoke.
I get a little weird smoking in front of kids, but
That's fine.
yeah.
You know,
I don't want to be the bad influence on them.
so,
Yeah, I don't want to be a bad influence.
so Shadiversity sold 30,000 copies of his book, right? So Shadiversity sold 30,000 copies, physical copies of his book. If Mike did half that,
Physical, digital, and audio.
okay, so if Mike did half that on the Shadiversity campaign, that would be ludicrous numbers.
Yes.
That would blow
That's what we're aiming for. We're aiming for ludicrous.
the ludicrous speed. It would be utterly ridiculous numbers,
Redonkulous, even.
absurd.
Yes.
Is that Bruder likes your clickbait title? Sorry. None of your business, guru. It's just nice. It's nice to have this kind of an audience. And if you guys are enjoying the show tonight and you guys want to come back and hang out with Mike, check us out on Drawn and Quartered. You want to see some comic art being drawn by some fantastic artists, come check that out. Mike usually does these late night streams where you can see the Shadow of the Conqueror book get made. And Saturday night auctions. If you want to buy a piece of original art more than quarterly that you do on Ethan's channel, Mike does it a lot more regularly here, and some artists that you won't get on that channel. Some really good stuff coming on.
True. Shad came onto one of your live streams, and he seemed to offer that role of artist to you. Yeah, that's that was the one live stream. We're gonna once this gets up and going, we're gonna live stream together and do some cool stuff. So.
Can I voice an opinion on the whole auction thing?
Sure.
I think both of you, the way you guys both handle the auctions, are like a little too far on either side. Like I think you do them a little too soon, and I think he doesn't do them as often enough.
Meet him in the middle somewhere.
Yeah. Like I get the idea of like not.
Well, the auctions on Mike's channel are a lot of it turns into a hangout too. It's that late night 6-hour stream kind of thing.
Right. No, I kind of get the idea of like not wanting to bombard the customers with like, putting out money like every week, but doing it every 3 months, I think is a little. That's like a long way to wait.
Yeah.
Like maybe twice a month or once a month. I don't know. I don't know what it would be. I don't run these things.
Honestly, it might be a good idea just ganip between that and doing the drawing, critique streams.
Because I get what you were doing. Like, you do the drawn and quartered, and then these guys can come back on another day and then sell those pieces.
Yeah.
So I kind of get that. Like, I get what you were doing. I get what he's saying about like, it's a little too much in a month. But if is it the same people? I haven't caught a drawn and quartered.
We do need more artists to come through. Some fresh blood.
It's still the same, but it's still basically the same people.
There's some new faces here and there.
Yeah, we have some different people coming in. Aaron Lepresti's been fairly regular recently.
Yeah, because then like they can maybe like if you do it like once a month, they could save up those like 3 weeks worth of drawings or something.
Yeah, but that's
Well, then we've been doing the art critiques here too, which has been fun to see.
Griff's been on the Arctic show.
Which I hope John Malin comes by and joins that one.
Yeah, I did. I did
a lot of
take
people like that.
Yeah, I took your guys' criticisms and even Malin and Anna's criticism from when they critiqued some of my artwork, and I've been putting them to practice. So I do appreciate it.
Right on. Yeah, a guy posted a thing up on How to Draw Comics on Facebook, where he sat through being brutalized by us. Maybe it was just by me. I can't remember. No, it was me and Gary. Right, we started that, and then yeah, man, he went and he got the Bridgman thing and he studied for a couple months, and man, he turned in it's like night and day, so much better, And so it's like just keep working at that, and I think
I don't think you guys were that brutal. I think there's a difference between brutal and honest. Yeah, I know you guys were honest. The most brutal, I think, was the one drawing of the witch that I did, and then I forget her name, the girl that was on there critiquing with you guys.
Siege.
Yeah, she was a little brutal on that one. She didn't like the boobs.
No mercy. No mercy.
No mercy.
But I wanted to be like,
yes, sensei.
I wanted to be like, I'm sorry. Yes, sensei. Most of those drawings are.
There's a way.
Yeah, most of my drawings are old drawings. I'm working on newer ones now. So,
what is the coof? It just means like a cold.
I think that's particularly referring to Corona.
Oh,
the beer bug. Yeah,
it helps people share their misery around the whole situation. Mike is the Paula Abdul of art critique, says Rhaegar.
How
no.
dare you?
No, that would be Matt. Matt was a little too kind.
Yeah,
I was hoping to get a little more out of him.
You're welcome. See if Matthew is lurking.
But look, Comicsgate is comics, so come hang out here where there's a lot of comic content.
I do comic content. I do boring drawing streams.
I do have one more. I got to do, I guess, the next one. I got to get in on the next critique when you do it, because I do have one more I wanted you guys to critique. So
Okay.
You should go in the fan edition and then earn a spot on the pro edition of Drawn and Quartered.
I actually I drew it back in '96. It's a self-portrait.
I knew it wasn't from this decade. Come on, man. What, do you not draw anymore?
I do. Well, no. Okay, so the Freddy Krueger was from last year, and what else did you critique? The Witch was from 2012. What else did I did 3 of them.
Paula Abdul. Mike was turning into Simon Cowell. Where's Weldon? Yeah. Weldon, are you in here? I'm doing a YouTube search for you right now.
I forget what the other drawing I did with you guys. I think I did 3, but no, but I did a pinup for
come on, man.
Ben, I'm sorry. I've been up since like 6 in the morning. Ben Foussier's oh man, I can't think of the name of his book, but yeah, I did a pinup for him. And I did the Ashcan for Wart the Wizard over here. So
what's your new
What was
project?
it? Can we build it?
My new project is called.
What's going
Where do you
on,
want?
Dark Gift?
Where do you want to go with this, man?
No, where are you wanting to go with this? What are you
Called,
doing?
Where the wild things are.
Dude, it's a long story, brother. I'm
No,
when
spare us the
something-
details. I mean, you're putting out a project with an amateur writer. It's your first big project. Talk about it.
Yeah. It's called Hunting Alice, and it was originally a script for a pilot that I read, and I thought would make a good graphic novel.
So
It's,
how many pages are you
your
aiming for?
message and okay, I'll check it out, man. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
How many pages are you shooting for? Are you doing color?
It's going to be 32 black and white with stretch goals to make it bigger and add color because
And you're doing all the art yourself?
I'm doing the art. She's writing it, or she wrote it. It's already written, which is good. I'm going to do the art and the inks, and if we can get to the stretch, I haven't figured out the numbers yet, but whatever the stretch goal is for the colors, I want to hire someone else because I'm really bad at colors.
I hate coloring.
I mean, I could paint, but digital colors is not my bag, really.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
It's not
I hate
Um,
airbrush on digital. Looks stupid.
Yeah.
I hate
It
colors
comes in.
general.
Yeah, it comes in handy. Like airbrush on digital comes in handy for certain things, but definitely not for. Ironically enough, not for like an airbrush looking piece.
Rock and Roll asks, what was the inspiration for the project? Fiction wise, hopefully.
What was the inspiration for the project?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what her inspiration was for writing it. Mine was when I read
What's the
it.
elevator pitch, by the way?
It's a psychological supernatural thriller akin to X-Files meets Silence of the Lambs meets Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds neat.
Yeah. It's FBI agents. There's a whole bunch of like trippy dream state things going on. I don't want to give too much of that away.
What was the chick's name on there? Giuseppe something? Gillian Anderson? Gillian Anderson. Yeah.
Gillian Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was her character's name?
Scully. Dana Scully.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mulder
yeah,
and Scully.
Yep.
Well, that sounds
I
fun.
was a big I was a huge X-Files. I mean, I had two birds, like they both passed away since, but I had two birds, Mulder and Scully. I mean, that's how big into like X-Files I was, So when I read it, I was like, I dug the whole like concept. Like the opening scene alone like snagged me in when I read it. So
So the writing got you interested. That's cool.
Yeah. And we just put the mailing list up, the pre-launch page up. What's today? Today's Monday. So
Yeah.
Saturday. And if you sign up for the email list, Peter Gilmore's doing a trading card for us. And we're going to do a stretch goal to get a variant cover from Vic King in on that too. So
Very cool. And Vic King is, of course, working with Nasser on his newest project. And if you're wondering what's on your screen right now, Mike's doing a character from Dragon Guard, which is also in the chat. Check that out.
It's going to be a trading card.
Very cool. And you can still get Matthew Weldon and Quinn's Tadia. And a bunch of other links are going out through the mods. And I appreciate you guys for doing that. But yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
And if anybody is just popping in, if you have not yet read Lone Star 1, I have made it available as a free PDF in the description. So please feel free to go download it and take a look and hopefully enjoy it.
can I give you the link to the email list, Mecca?
Sure. As long as Mike's okay with me putting it out.
Yep.
I'll put it in the private chat.
Private chat, you got it.
Away where there's a whip.
Hello.
Elita. Yes, Elita. Junkyard. I don't want
Copy.
to go to war today. Where there's a whip, there's a way.
The PS5 is amazing. It's like brand new car smell with your favorite meal sitting in the passenger seat. The PS5. I was very lucky to get a pre-order.
Single till through the winter.
Yeah, I was actually hanging out with Mike backstage, and I just start screaming and yelling, and I think we had Weldon. He's like, "What's that all about?" And then Mike's like, he got the pre-order in.
Yeah.
And if guys, I'm posting the link to Dark Griff's project. There it is, right there, hunting Alice. And if you watch the trailer, it's hunting Alice, Big Red Eye. So check that out.
Yeah, it's just a little teaser trailer. I'm gonna have the cover done this week. I'm gonna do a trading card that everybody will get. So I'll have the trading card and the cover art done this week.
The PS5 is not trash, by the way. And yes, I did get one. Yes. Hang on, I'll be right back.
I don't know. I've heard the PS5 is trash, so I'm gonna stick with that.
Yeah, so that'll be up on the pre-launch page this week. So there'll be some art up there.
When did you say you're launching?
We just went live Saturday with the mailing list, so probably not till. I'll probably wait till after the holidays.
Yeah, February.
Yeah, to actually go live with it, but we'll see. We'll see how big the mailing list grows, how fast word gets around.
Yeah.
Hey, Fuzzy Creature, can he get a link? Can we bring him back in?
Nah, not right now.
Okay, all right. I like talking to him earlier, the other day on the stream.
Yeah, that was good.
He's okay.
There's a way. There's a way.
What are you drawing there, Mike? I'm sorry. I don't know if you mentioned it earlier.
This is a character, Elita from Dragon Guard. Kevin Smith.
Okay.
Kevin
Yeah.
Smith. Kevin Sharp's book.
Rhaegar, just stop the nonsense, okay? Just stop the nonsense. The PS5 has so much to be excited about. I don't want to hear it, all right? But this is not a PS5.
Trash. It's trash.
I bet you. I bet you if I got the Series X and we raced to see who could lay it down on their side faster, I'd win.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got mine standing vertical.
Yeah, I think they're both stylized to be that way. But it was funny, like when they were talking, like that. I can't believe people were like, that was like a big thing. People were like,
the sad thing is, I spent the money on the PS5. I don't have any money to go buy an actual PS5 game, so I'm stuck with my PS4 games. But but they run with higher frame rates and stuff on the PS5, so the Avengers game is playable for once.
I remember like that was like, it was like the weirdest like argument. Like I wouldn't say an argument, but it was more like the Xbox people were like mocking the PS5 people because they had to take a screw out to take the platform off to lay it. I was like, this is what you guys are arguing about? But then I thought to myself, we're all over here arguing about like comic book characters and their boobs and stuff. So
this might be the most I don't know, like the most important launch of a new console generation, because this is the year that we've been locked down. So video gaming is like, I don't know what to say, like more important right now due to the corona, I guess you could say. So people are more excited about this thing.
Say that, I guess.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Aaron, you want in? Aaron.
Yeah, the PS5 I'm really impressed with as far as like technical specs, and playing Ghost of Tsushima as a 60 frames per second smooth as butter experience is really amazing.
Dude, that game looks so dope.
Well, yeah, you dishonor my family.
Now you're mocking my people.
PlayStation.
I'm tributing them.
Last PlayStation I bought was the PS3, and then I kind of became an Xbox guy after that.
Yeah, this is an Xbox house too.
Yeah, and I'm not even much of a gamer. I just like to play once in a blue moon.
You dishonor my family.
I'm such a lazy gamer that my favorite games recently were the Telltale games because you basically just sit back and watch it happen in front of you and just hit a button to choose what happens next.
I just
But,
overloaded my ink with water.
Samurai. Play.
All right, Aaron.
No games.
Couple minutes. We'll catch up later, Aaron. Just if you're reading the clickbait, no, I'm not crawling back to CG.
Come by for bric-a-brac on Wednesday.
It was a claim somebody was making because Ethan and I had a conversation today wherein we apologized and forgave each other. So that does not.
I've been saying this for a while. The greatest story ever told is forgiveness and redemption. So, seeing that today between you and Ethan was really good. I can't be mad at Ethan for, it takes a lot of.
No, you manned up.
It takes a lot of soul to go out and say, "Hey, I made some mistakes, and I want to be your friend still." Or at least
I'm looking forward to watching the stream later.
And we're really looking forward to hopefully getting John Malin back on Drawn and Quartered. So.
But here's the thing. Going back to what I was saying earlier, though, like, when they say like you're crawling back to CG, you don't go back to CG. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so weird. I can't verbalize it right. In my head, it makes sense. But
the loyalty test shouldn't be that important.
And not even that. Like I said, like, if Mike turned around and said, "I'm CG right now," who's to say he's not? If he says he is, right? So you're not crawling back to anything that you never walked. When you say walk away,
Difference, anyways.
yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if anything, it's the customers would go back to Mike, maybe, but they're either here or they'll come back on their own anyway, regardless of what he says he is. The whole thing about it is I've always said, like, the whole saying "I'm CG" is like the wrong terminology.
Yeah,
because it shouldn't be like an identity or a label or anything. It should be "I believe in CG."
That's what I always said, dude. Ever since I said that time when Ethan left and then I left, and then he turned around, went back the next day, and I didn't. And from that point on, anytime anybody asked me if I'm CG, I'd always say I believe in CG.
Yeah, I've been saying it since day one. Like the minute, because when you say "I'm CG," you're actually, amongst other things, it's like, other than it, like, you can't make a movement a label. You know what I mean? You believe in a movement. You don't become the movement. You know what I mean? Like, you don't.
No one says "I am Black Lives Matter."
But even on a lesser scale.
That's the kind of language coming out these days.
Even on a lesser scale, when you're dealing with like the SJWs and they're like, "Oh, Comicsgate's a hate group," and then you say, "I'm Comicsgate," you're basically like you're playing into their word rhetoric. You're giving them ammunition. Like, see, he says he's Comicsgate, and Comicsgate is a hate group, which makes him a bigot. You know what I mean? Like, they can just play that word association down the line. But if you say, "I believe in a movement," what does that mean? Like, what can they really say about that? I mean, they can still say your ideas are bigoted, but, like, I don't know.
We're all victims of SJWs making bad comic books at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Started CG was bad comic books, and we're trying to make good comic books.
Well, I am, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to.
Doing my best.
Living my best life. And guys, check out Bric-a-Brac too. Ryan Hack, young creator, real go-getter.
Ryan Hawk.
Ryan Hawk.
I'm upset. I actually like Bric-a-Brac 1, but, like, this month got real tight money-wise, and I had to put all funding on hold, and I'm missing out on books because campaigns are closing, and I'm like, I wanted that book. But
dude, California is going back into lockdown. It sounds like. I don't know if you saw that today, Mike.
Yeah, dude, our toilet paper's on freaking run again.
I've got 5 packs in my room right now. 18 rolls.
Jersey is basically on its way there as well, man. Listen, I'm in the restaurant business. I work in the private dining, like the banquet department. Once this happened, all parties either canceled or postponed to next year. So I've been out of work. I was helping out in the main restaurant a little bit, a couple of days a week here and there when they were doing outside dining, and then they allowed 25% indoor capacity. So they needed an extra bartender. So I was able to do that. But by the time the business started to pick up, the weather started to change. The outdoor dining slowed down. They didn't need me anymore, and they obviously gave the hours to the people who are in that department.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we were supposed to go to 50% in November, and now instead of going to 50%, they're leaving it at 25%. The restaurants have to be closed by 10, and nobody can sit at the bar anymore. So now they don't need as many bartenders. Parties can't, who wants to have a party that starts at like 7 o'clock and then ends at 10? They want to go like 7 to 11, 7 to 12, And at 25%, what does that mean? You're gonna have a wedding with like 40 people? I mean, I guess, if it's your second wedding and you don't care, but like a lot of these, we got a lot of. That's how, I mean, I'm saying it sounds funny.
Second wedding, all right?
No, it sounds funny that I said that, but I also help book the parties, and it's funny, like when you're dealing with like a first wedding, it's like the bells and whistles. You know what I mean? Like 150, 200 people. They want the full open bar with the full cocktail hour, and they got like the string quartet outside and the whole nine. When it's like stuff like a couple who's like in their like 40s or 50s or 60s, and they're getting married for the second time, it's like 25, 30 people. They just want to sit down, have dinner, and get the hell out. Like, that's it. It's like the total concept is different.
Yeah, time to invest in Charmin coin.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, bars closing at 10 p.m. in New York. Washington's getting locked down again. I'm pretty sure they're just making that up at this point. I'm pretty sure I also had the coof like 3 or 4 times by now.
No, you can only get it once.
At least 4 or 5, 8 times,
You can only get it once.
Yeah.
No, no fake news here, mister.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe in it anymore.
I appreciate Junkyard Dunn's comment.
What do you say? Where is he at?
He said I was a mega backer.
Yeah, these books are expensive. So if you see it trending downward on these Indiegogos, there's a lot going on in the world.
Yeah.
It's not just, creator is not making a good book. It's, people that can't spend money on stuff anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's like literally, I can just right now off the top of my head think of 4 campaigns that I'd back tomorrow if I had the money.
Yeah, well, like Calliope and I was saying earlier, she couldn't buy as many pieces from the auction because of this stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's the thing too, like with people, like, and I don't want to come across sounding like some kind of, I said this once and someone was like, they started calling me like socialist and lefty and stuff. All because I made a comment on Facebook. I said, hey, Pelosi, I was like, now that the election's over, maybe you can get another stimulus package out there, because she basically held it hostage till after the election.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, I want to go back to work. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm getting a lot done art wise, and the reason why I don't draw as much is because I also do a lot of music. Like I've done 2 trailer soundtracks for 2 campaigns. I'm working on Vix and Nasser's now. I'm working on someone else's trailer. They're doing like an animated short series. So for the intro credits, I'm doing the theme song for that. Now I got to work on my own, so I'm getting a lot done music wise. I'm also drawing the cover for Rosetta Allen's Eagle photography book. So I'll be doing the cover for that.
Thank you already.
So yeah, I mean, I'm getting a lot done, but I'm not making a ton of money doing it, and it was really funny. I said this the other day to my mother. I was talking with her on the phone. I said, yeah, it's kind of funny. I was like, when this all happened, when it first started, we got that stimulus package. All the utility companies were like, we're not going to turn you off. This, that, and the other thing. All these allowances. I didn't need it. I had a savings account. My credit cards were good. With the stimulus package and the unemployment, I was basically making the same amount of money, if not more, than what I would have been making if I was working anyway. Now that we're like 8-9 months in, no stimulus package, a bunch of us are still out of work, and like I don't know how I'm going to pay the rent. I don't know how I'm going to pay the gas bill. Like it's not good, man. I wish I could back. Like I want to get Lone Star 3. I want to get
Yeah, it'll be available for a while. I'm only
Yeah.
on page, I'll be starting page 12 after I do this. You guys want to see that 10-11 spread?
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's about comic books, guys.
the variants are killing me though, Mike. Because I'm a completist. Now I got to buy 9 variant covers.
Were you there for the Lone Star 2 launch?
Yeah. Are you first or second brigade?
I forget how your brigades break down. I backed Lone Star 1 and 2. So what does that make me?
Did you back during the first 30-day campaign?
Of which one? Of Lone Star 2?
1 would make you first brigade. Of 2 would make you second brigade.
Yeah, I backed both. I backed 30 within the first 30 days of both of them. Yeah.
All right, then you should have got a link to. I know you can't do it right now, but you should have got a link to a very nice discount.
I did. I know, and it's teasing me. I
know. I'm sorry. Tell you what.
I keep.
If when things get better, because I'm gonna close that off on Thursday. When things get better, just let me know and I'll open it up for you, and then you.
I appreciate it. That's awesome, man. Thank you.
Customer service, guys.
Because I literally I haven't deleted the email yet, but like my finger goes on the button like all the time. I'm like, I can't buy it. I just might as well delete the email. But I was like, I'm not doing it.
All right, I have it uploaded on my campaign page, but it's because it's a double page spread. The resolution isn't that great. So hold on a second. Let me get this up here. All right, share screen. This is the double page spread I just finished.
Oh wow! Hold on, let me blow it up on my screen.
Let me just get this first. Nice, great big battle scene. I love.
That's gotta be like.
I'm crazy. I love doing giant army fighting scenes. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. It's because I love looking at them, and so therefore, I want to do them because I think they look cool. Dennis Peruch said, Blacklist Universe, send him one of my copies. I won't miss it.
My favorite guy in this whole scene is the guy in the right with the 2 knives.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like I like his like whole arched backs. Like
How about this down here? He's stabbing one guy in the back, one guy in the front.
Oh, that's the same guy?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh wow, Wonder Woman 84 looks like it's going towards a hybrid streaming schedule, but we'll talk about that after we look at the art.
Hybrid.
Yeah, it looks like they're changing it to a hybrid theater / home streaming situation.
Where you pay like $30?
I guess it looks like Christmas time is the Judgment Day for that.
You know what I saw on Indiegogo? Speaking of movies, the home like doing the whole home.
And
movie
I
thing?
brought that up because the armor in these characters reminded me of Wonder Woman.
But I saw that, and it's a really good idea because when they started doing this, where they started releasing the movies like on streaming because the theaters weren't open, and you're like $30. It's like you're not buying it. Like when they first come out, you're not buying it. You're just paying the $30 to watch it the one time. For like a 2-day period or something like that. And I get they're trying to make the money like that they would in the theaters, but I live alone. Why am I paying $30? You know what I mean? Like, so
we sat down as a family last night, and it was really fun. And we watched Bill and Ted's
3.
Face the Music, which by the way we forgot to return today.
Oops.
That was fun, man. Just sitting around movie night. We had some popcorn, we had some sodas and some fruit roll-ups and whatnot. And it was like, so I could see like plunking down $30 for sort of a family to sit around and watch a new movie.
Right.
But yeah, if you're single and you're like, I want to watch Wonder Woman by myself, then $30 is a
Well, yeah, like if I was like just kicking back on the couch at like 2 a.m.
Yeah. That's
and I
what
just want.
you say. To hell with the COVID police. I'm inviting 6 friends over, and we're gonna watch Wonder Woman.
Right, but the one thing I saw, but I think the drawback is you have to buy this device to do it. I saw it's on Indiegogo. They're backing for this device, and it's a service where it's almost like a webcam you put on like the top of your TV, and like it charges you per ticket. So the camera can tell. It's almost like what?
Dennis, hold on a second. Hold on. Dennis just backed. Hold on a second. Let me refresh this. Where there's a whip, there's a way. And he said to send you.
The one I just backed, backer number 258.
Bruh, he just bought you the First Brigade tier.
There's a way. There's a way.
No, he didn't. Did he really?
Farouch just bought you the First Brigade tier.
This is Comics Game.
My backers are Dennis. You are the most generous, awesome freaking backer I have. I love you, man. And Dark
Dude,
Gift. He's crying. Look, he's crying.
I'm speechless. That's awesome, man. Man. No, I feel like I got to do something for him.
Well, when I start fulfilling, remind me of that.
Which is a huge buyer of original art on this channel.
Make sure I move that one over to you, man. Dennis, you're the best, brother.
Thank you, man. Really. Wow. Wow. I just forgot what I was talking about.
Goodwill all over the place tonight.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. So stoked. You're so rad.
Wow.
When does that ever happen? It's like Christmas.
Wow.
It's a Christmas miracle.
That's like almost as when I was like, I remember when I was 17 and I snuck back into Brooklyn with a friend of mine and I got a flat tire at like 11 o'clock at night. We were supposed to be home by midnight and we live out here in Jersey. And I'm asking everybody if I could get the donut from their, for their car or to borrow money or something. And everybody's ignoring me. And this dude just pulls up. I think he was like Jewish Mafia, but he's like definitely Jewish. His name was I remember his name. His name was Mia. But he dressed really like in the jumpsuit with the gold chain, but instead of like the crucifix, it had the little Star of David on it, and driving an IROC Z Camaro. And he asked what was going on, and I was like, to explain the story to him. He goes, get in the car, leave your friend here with your car, and he drives me to this all-night. We take the tire. He drives me to this all-night gas station. I think it was a Mobil, in somewhere in Flatbush, and buys me a new tire. And then when I asked him to get his number, because this is back in the 90s, so I was like, let me get your number, and so I can call you, so I can pay you back. He said, just pay it forward. Spent $80 tire, so that to me is like, now I got to go pay it forward. I got to go do it. I got to go do something for somebody else.
You could back Lone Star 3 for me at this point, then.
When I get the funds, I will back Lone Star 3 for you, Micah. There we go. I'll pay it forward.
No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
I already backed it. So.
Oh man,
Dennis
wow,
is MVP, indeed.
That's absolutely. That was amazing. Wow.
The Jewish Mafia came up. I don't know what that means.
Purple Gang, bro. Purple Gang.
Yeah, Dennis is definitely.
My wife hates it when I tell this story, but there's my father-in-law's bar mitzvah. There is legitimately a dude that looks exactly like a guy from the Purple Gang, like sitting behind him. You know what the Purple Gang is? It was the Jewish Mafia, like back in the 50s.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they were from Cairo, Illinois, which was like they called it Little Chicago, and the Purple Gang was very. I'm not going to talk about everything, but it's just funny. There was some stuff going on in Cairo. In fact, there's a book written about her uncle, great uncle or great uncle, who was legit just executed in his living room. Like he came home from dinner with his wife. They walked through the door. There's two gangsters in his living room sitting on the couch, and they just got up and popped him and walked out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it. Well, there used to be a lot of that in this area, depending on where North Jersey, Staten Island, a lot of that happened back in the 90s. You would just, because after the 80s, after they took out the Italian mafia, they brought it to its knees, there was like a power vacuum and everybody was just shooting everybody. Like everybody was just killing each other.
Yeah. Well, the Purple Gang was around since back in, like, I think it was Meyer Lansky started it or was involved with it or something or another. But yeah, they were pretty big deal in that neck of the woods.
Hey, Dark Gift, you were talking about a camera that charges you per person. Sounds like 1984. That's right. There was that in 1984, wasn't there? No, but it made sense though. Like if there's 3 people in the room, it won't let you watch the movie until you buy 3 tickets.
Wait, what?
So, there's this thing on Indiegogo. We were talking about movie. I was reading. I don't know if I can even say his name on your channel. O'Hare. I'm going to say Mr. O'Hare over here. Says, hey, Dark Gift, you were talking about it. You were talking about a camera that charges you per person. Sounds like 1984. And I forgot about that in 1984. Yeah, but like the thing on Indiegogo, like for someone like me, makes sense. But you got to buy this. It's like you got to buy a device, get the device, set it up. It's almost not worth it. Just wait till you can rent it.
Wow, that's for real?
Hey, welcome to the chat, Ethan.
Yeah,
How you
I'll
doing,
bring
man?
it. I forget what it was called. EVS.
I don't know what he's talking about. Absolutely brutal.
I think Mike was talking about the guys getting shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. There's that kind of stuff over on my mom's side of the family, and then over on my wife's side of the family, and then on my mom's side of the family, my uncle was actually pretty high up in the Yakuza.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yakuza, Like a Dragon, PS5.
Yakuza. You guys remember? I don't know if you guys remember. My cousin was staying with us a couple years ago. That was actually his grandfather.
Oh, wow.
That did what now?
He was pretty high up in the Yakuza.
Oh, yeah. Yakuza, heart surgeon, best hands, then slip.
And it's funny because, in America, we're like, how cool is that? But it's really pretty looked down on in Japan. Like organized crime is not, it's not as cool as we think it is here. That's why, like, you're not allowed to travel in Japan, like on airplanes and stuff, if you have tattoos, because they just assume that you're Yakuza.
What if you're like a foreigner?
I think it's different with foreigners,
Okay.
especially nowadays. Actually, it might be different nowadays in Japan, but I didn't see hardly anybody with any tattoos there. Actually, I don't think I saw anybody with a tattoo last time I went.
I think tattoos are dumb.
Yeah, it depends on the tattoo, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the ink.
Nigerian Prince Jeremy, his dad owns Nintendo. Good to know. Yeah.
And he's got $16 million he can offer you if you'll
But he
just...
doesn't have a PS5, it sounds like. Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to share with us, Dark Gift?
It's that thing I was telling you about. It's called the Venue. It's like this camera, and it comes with its own remote and stuff, and it'll charge you like per person. There was a video, but I don't know where it went. But yeah, I mean, it was in. Oh, this is probably it here. They just changed the picture. I mean, it was interesting for someone like me who's single. You know, or
What?
if my girlfriend comes over and we want to watch a movie and it's just the
What
two
does
of
this
us,
device do?
instead of paying like $30 to get to
Oh.
get one of the like quote unquote streaming, like in theater streaming movies, it'll chart you. I guess it sells the ticket through like, I don't know, Ticketmaster, or I don't know, wherever you get the movie tickets from. But like if me and you were hanging out having a couple of beers, we wanted to watch a movie, instead of paying $15 each to get Bill and Ted, we would pay $8 each, like we would if we went to the theater. You know what I mean? So
What if you had like a cardboard cutout of yourself?
that's a good question. I'm sure they figured that out.
You should try that.
I don't want another device attached to my TV. I mean, devices I have attached
Just,
to my
just go down to like a Kinko's or something, get like a cardboard cutout of like Trump or something. See if that'll split the bill.
Well, no, then it won't let me watch it, because then I got to pay for Trump, cardboard Trump.
So, Mecca, what do you think about chicks with tattoos?
Tacky and stupid.
I
How
know
about
we had this conversation.
How about this girl?
I wouldn't go out of my way to talk to her. Who is
Dude,
that?
She's smoke. She's hot.
It's my niece.
Ah,
She's Chinese?
Of course, she's related to you.
Oh, she's
No.
your niece?
She's
Is
your
she
niece.
Is she single? Does she like security guards that work at Sizzlers?
There's her kids. She's on Instagram. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just wanted to see if I could embarrass you.
See, this is another thing that me and
I do a really good job of embarrassing myself, so I appreciate
this is
it.
another thing that me and Mecca don't agree on. I think chicks with tattoos are hot. But I'm a metalhead. I'm an old school metalhead rocker, man. So
I appreciate the appeal of the aesthetic. I just not for me.
Did you sense
hear
the
you.
trap though when I brought it up? What do you think about this one?
I assume everything said to me is a trap. So
I fell for it.
that's your niece, though.
Yeah,
Oh, well, she's very lovely.
she is. She's a wonderful person too.
We need to talk to Chester Busby because he has a relative. You might know her from what's that movie?
Sleepless.
Career Opportunities.
Oh, right. J-Con.
We still need to do a Jennifer Connelly DNQ.
Rock and roll says, "Damn it, Mike! What? You got trolled."
Rock and roll. Do you like AC/DC?
Wait. A Jennifer Connelly drawn and quartered?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
All the pictures would look the same. She makes the same face in every scene.
How?
What? Just like stunningly beautiful?
How?
She is gorgeous. No, she is gorgeous. She is not taking that away from her, but she has no facial dynamic range whatsoever.
She doesn't need to. It's perfectly symmetrical. You're the kind of guy that would go up to like the Mona Lisa and be like, "Well, I think this could be that way." Like, just stop.
No. I'm not
I'm
knocking her looks. I'm just saying, like, if she's sad, she looks
You
the
did
same
try
as if
knocking
she,
her looks. You would just
I'm not-
embarrass
I'm not-
yourself.
Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah. Next to Taylor Swift, I mean, that's a perfect woman.
Taylor Swift.
Swift.
I'm gonna have to leave you on that one there, Becca. You're on your own on that one, brother. She's a cutie. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, she's cute, but she's not Jennifer. She's not Jennifer Connelly.
She's got sharper features than Jennifer.
She's like AAA compared to Jennifer Connelly.
Nah, I don't know.
Wait, what? Triple A. What does that mean?
Like minor league baseball.
Oh,
Okay.
battery. I'm like, what? She's like a AAA battery.
That's the gayest jacket I've ever seen.
See? Spice for Rent knows what I'm talking about. It's just 2 hours of her staring pensively. That's it.
What?
I'm not hearing a bad time there.
about? Jennifer Connelly is a wonderful actress, and I will broach no argument.
What was the movie she was in with the the ghost in the water tower on the apartment building.
Dark water.
Dark water.
Dark drift
Her,
water.
her facial expression in that movie was the same as in Hulk, and in one she's supposed to be terrified, and the other one she's supposed to be sad.
I don't know if you never want to be invited back to my channel again, but
Hey, if I could talk about Taylor Swift here, Dark Griff should be more than welcome back.
Okay.
Good feelings all around.
did you see the? I had people actually think that picture of my wife that I used for the thumbnail the other day was actually Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah, the farmers were talking about that.
Did you? Does she look like Jennifer Connelly?
What
Does
was
she
it?
look like Jennifer Connelly?
Have
Of
you
course
not?
she does.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I only remember seeing her once, like a year ago, on a stream.
Channel. So I can't really share, like, blow it up or anything because it's. But yeah, right here.
Oh, all right. Yeah, she does look like Jennifer Connelly.
Yep.
Mike is a blessed man.
When I went to art school, there was a kid in the room next to me in the dorm, and to this day I can't remember his real name. We just all called him Perry. I think his real name was Elliot, but we all called him Perry because he looked exactly like Perry Farrell from Jane's Addiction. And we'd walk around South Philly, like on South Street.
Elliot? You gonna name the kid Elliot?
People would actually come up and ask him for his autograph, and he'd sign. Like that's how much he looked like the guy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I had a friend, Drukas. We used to. He looked a lot like Johnny Depp, and when we'd drive down and go to Hollywood and stuff, like he would get those double takes and all that. Like people thought Johnny Depp just walking down the street in Hollywood.
Oh, James Hayes is on point here. Denise Richards. Yeah, that'd be my choice for 80s heartthrob. Or 90s heartthrob, I guess.
I would say 90s, yeah. 80s.
I was thinking we could do a leg warmers DNQ.
What?
You'd be going.
Heartthrob edition.
I'm gonna say, if you're
full of bad ideas, I don't know why I even let you on the show.
I don't know. I think I kind of like that one.
Leg warmers DNQ.
I don't know if you have to actually put leg warmers on them, but like 80s, like 80s, like hot chicks from the 80s or something like that.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
you know the style in the 80s was leg warmers, right?
Yeah, my wife looked great in leg warmers in the 80s. That's when I met her, 1988.
Blessed are the pacemakers, for they keep our grandparents alive.
My mom actually used to teach aerobics in the 80s, and yeah, she had like the big puffy white headband with the puffy wristbands and the leg warmers and the leotard. I used to laugh at her then.
And she danced around the house playing Let's Get Physical.
She would dance when she would vacuum. It's funny. I'm like a rock and roll blues like metal kind of guy, but like my mother listened to like Motown, disco, and Elvis.
Good later, Lady Celtic Moon. Good night.
Good night, Lady Celtic Moon.
80s heartthrob goes to Elizabeth Shue,
Ooh, yeah, she was a cutie.
Phoebe Cates,
She
Jennifer
lost her
Connelly.
face.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good D&Q.
80s heartthrobs?
Yeah.
Well, isn't heartthrobs more like
Dudes? Yeah. Isn't that...
dudes? Yeah.
I don't know. I was born in 87. I don't know what to tell you.
No, just the term.
I'm not gay.
Yeah, the term I think.
I know what you're
refers
saying
to
that all the
men.
heartthrobs in the 80s were dudes. We're saying that's a meaning.
What do you call a hot girl in the 80s? I don't know.
A hot girl in the 80s. I don't think there is like a term.
Heartbreaker? I don't know. I think we're splitting hairs here, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make me Wikipedia this?
Well, you guys just make me feel like really like I don't know, gay or something.
No. We weren't referring to you.
That is
as
correct. That is correct, Comics Bear. That is very, very correct.
Well-read user. Have a good night, man, and good luck on your show tomorrow.
Good night,
Have a
sir.
good night, well read.
Winona Ryder. Heartthrob.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Heartthrob is a male celebrity who is known for his good looks.
All right.
Yeah.
So what is equivalent for a woman?
Sorry, I couldn't help with that, but I'm learning all the time.
I did it. That freaks me out when I don't say the word and they start talking.
Yeah. See, I would have called them beefcakes or something. I don't know.
Well, let's type in the same definition just with the word female.
Yeah. Let's find out. Let's clear my heteronormativity here.
A female celebrity
hot female celebrity. No,
who is known
don't put on
Google safe search here.
yeah.
good looks.
The cast of Facts of Life DNQ. How about a Who's the Boss DNQ with Alyssa Milano? Ask Siri how old the president is. Yeah, I tried that on mine and it just gave me Trump, so I don't know.
They fixed it.
Yeah. '80s hot chicks. Yeah. Yeah, they do deserve some appreciation for sure.
Yeah.
And probably sell those pieces of original art real easy.
I just want to applaud you both for not making any jokes about other kind of throbs.
No.
I just typed in what is the female version of heartthrob, and it just said hottie.
Hottie.
Let's see. What would you call a
foxes, says Jack Stafford.
Kylie Minogue.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both in day.
Another person says pinup, but not all of them were pinups. That's like
Yeah.
very specific. Yeah.
All right,
Femme-
Jared. All right, Jared.
Femme fatale.
Chicken heartthrobs.
Why is the word heartthrob, despite being gender neutral? Oh, here we go. In structure, can only refer to men.
Phoebe Cates.
Okay. You know who she married?
No.
Kevin Kline.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my goodness.
That
Ever
didn't get me
seen
very
Fish Called
far.
Wanda?
Hotel
Oh, yeah.
Rwanda.
Fish Called Wanda?
Uh,
Have you seen Silverado?
I only watch Marvel movies.
Oh, brother.
Catherine Bach.
Soap dish?
Sean Young.
Sean Young. She's a man.
Cindy Crawford.
Heather Locklear.
Heather Locklear. Yep.
Kathy
Heather
Ireland.
Thomas.
Pamela Anderson. Well, I guess she was
I
19.
remember back in the day, man, it was the Battle of the Heathers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And I don't mean the movie Heathers.
All right, well, Urban Dictionary says it's a female or a male, but every other dictionary says it's just a male.
So Urban Dictionary is woke.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'm not
that-
so gay.
Well, to the woke people, you aren't anyway.
Kung Fu Kitty. Yeah. Sean Young was crazy. Not hot. Hillary Swank is not hot.
No, she's mannish.
Very handsome woman.
No, just mannish.
Jodie
Okay.
Foster, 1980s.
This is the last one that I'm gonna look at. We often call a female heartthrob by the name of femme fatale. That's the second time I saw femme fatale, so I'm gonna go with
Weird.
femme fatale.
I just think of like La Femme Nikita from the USA Network.
Well, that was a movie first.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And I also remember the Motel 6 commercials.
I'll leave the
We'll
light
leave
on.
the light on for you. This is Tombo Dad.
I agree with
This
Morgan.
train is going places.
Christy Alley in the 80s was pretty hot. Yeah.
Depends on what year you're talking about.
Well, that's what I said in the 80s.
If there was ever a yo-yo.
Okay, Vic King's saving us here. He says babes and chicks were the 80s term.
Yeah. Babes and chicks. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a handsome woman, Kung Fu Kitty.
No, nothing wrong with a handsome woman. Who would you consider a handsome woman? Because I would not consider Hillary Swank a handsome woman.
I'd say Hillary Swank and what's
Stop
her name?
saying Hillary Swank.
Galadriel.
Ah,
Galadriel from Lord of the Rings.
What's her name?
Catherine.
Helen Hunt is a handsome woman.
Yeah, Helen Hunt
There
is
you
a
go.
handsome woman. Yeah.
Who's the girl? She's like a younger girl, but looks exactly like her.
Oh, Mina Savari or something like that.
Mina Suvari.
Is that her name?
I
Something
think
like
that might be it. Yeah.
Bombshell. That's a better term.
Bam.
Bombshell. I'm gonna go with Babes and Bombshell.
Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
Bombshell Brigade from Magus.
Babes and bombshells. Yeah.
Babes and Bombshells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys get heartthrobs and stud muffins.
Ugh, no, we're good. Yeah, you'd have to talk to Matt Weldon about his beefcake series with the Thor with the plunging gene line.
Pat Benatar. I don't know. Yeah, Pat Benatar. I mean, I would definitely take Joan Jett over Pat Benatar though. But unfortunately,
all Joan Jett did was covers, right? Any original music?
I think like 2 of her hits were originals, but yeah, for the most part, when she went solo, she did a bunch of covers.
Yeah.
Um,
I Hate Myself for Loving You. Was that an original?
I think that one is an original. And the Touch Me song, whatever. What was that one? I forget. It's late, and I was drinking scotch all night.
Babylon B. Disney edits controversial Mandalorian scenes so Baby Yoda just eats an unborn baby.
Killing me.
What did I miss?
COVID's.
No, you can't have Hot Thor. You got a whole couple movies. Don't take Matt Weldon's art for that. Lita Ford. Yeah, that's a handsome woman.
Oh, brother.
Lita Ford is way more than just a handsome woman. Samantha Fox. Yeah.
Baby Yoda eats an unborn baby.
And I will remind everyone, if you just came in, if you have not read Lone Star 1 yet, I'm making it available for free in the description of this video. So please do go click on that link. Check it out if you like it. And you haven't backed anything else, please do check out Lone Star 3 and the subsequent issues at lonestarcomic.com, also in the description. And you can see this is the, here, let me get that image up again. The quality of the art you will be seeing for Lone Star 3, it's like this. This is a double page spread from page 10 and 11 for Lone Star 3. So doing my hardest work here. Making sure I draw as many Mongols as possible. Because why not? So check it out. Check it out. Please do check everything out. And Lone Star 3, ladies and gentlemen. Lone Star 3! Link in the description.
I gotta go get something to
Or
drink. I'll be
Dragon
right back.
Guard. It's a card that Kevin will be making available. Probably as a stretch goal or something. So if you want to get the card, back Dragon Guard. Where is the groom? In the bedroom. Nobody remembers that.
What are you talking about?
I said, "Where is the groom in the bedroom?"
Back Lone Star 3. LoneStarComic.com. Back Bric-a-Brac. The Dragon Guard. Thomas Moria. All these campaigns are in desperate search of your support.
Yeah.
Love it if you did. We're all about good comic books here. If you find common cause with us, break bread, enjoy.
And if you want to back a comic that can get just shipped out this week, then maga7.com is still available.
Yes, and with the impending election, reversal will be all the more epic.
What do you mean reversal? It hasn't been called.
The trends reversing.
You mean the slapping of the mainstream media in the reality face?
If you thought 2016 was a meltdown, get ready for Burning Godzilla.
That's right.
Because this thing is going nuclear.
What movie was that, Mike? Oh, it was a Bachelor Party. Bachelor Party.
Oh wow, that was the one with Tom Hanks, right?
Yes, sir.
Rhaegar, that's a girl you just leave alone right there, man.
Who?
Some girl was talking to me about how hot Patton Oswalt once was.
What?
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Hot and Patton Oswalt in the same sentence don't seem... Unless it's like, you know, I threw Patton Oswalt into the barbecue and it was hot.
Patton Oswalt has all the romantic appeal of the inside of a prosthetic leg.
Yeah.
Well, in all fairness, playing devil's advocate, she did say once maybe it was just a really good angle with some really good lighting, and it was a killer picture that he was in that one day.
I think Rhaegar is trolling us.
That constitutes as once. You know, like...
So Rodimus Flash wants to bring us back to the bombshell.
There's a peculiar thing about women wherein, like, you know, generally speaking, all men think the same chicks are hot, right? There's a consistency to hotness that that allows the modeling and advertising agencies to pick a certain subset of women.
It's all about the symmetry of the face.
Yeah, well, not all about it, but with men. Women, different women find different men attractive. I don't understand it, but whatever.
Well, you know, Harry Styles wearing a dress is supposed to be attractive.
Who's Harry Styles?
One Direction dude. He had some interview with Vogue or something. He was wearing a dress for the photo shoot.
Really?
I'm sure I missed that on purpose.
Candace Owen was tweeting about it like, this isn't attractive.
Oh. Yeah. Well,
Did you see the new? Speaking of like women, men dressing like women. Did you see the new Ken doll that they're putting out?
My sister showed me something about it.
You know, he's got long flowing hair like me, so I can't really complain.
Yeah, but it's got like that like over. I mean, I used to have hair down to my butt too, you know, but he's got like that like it's like all going to the one side, and he's got like the tie-dye tank top with the jeans that only come up to like mid-calf.
Hey, look, Fabio's very sexy.
You know,
Dennis Pruch is correct. I do know odd things.
and I feel like they did a long-haired one once before. Didn't they do like a hippie Ken at one point way back in the day?
I never really followed Barbie all that much. Honestly.
Oh, I in my family, there's like two guys, me and my cousin Vinny, and the rest are all female. So growing up,
you just said the words "my cousin Vinny."
I know, I got it all my life ever since that movie came out, and and being that he's the only male cousin I have, whenever I would go to a family function and come back to school, or like, oh yeah, me and my cousin Vinny, we went down, blah blah. Everyone, oh, my cousin Vinny. I'm like, yeah. It's still funny after the millionth time I heard it.
They got a transition Barbie now.
Yeah, it basically looks that way.
And they've got one with what's it called, Vitaglio?
Oh yeah, with the splotches. Yeah.
Because
What, they got his junk pop
Market was
off
just
button or
clamoring
something?
for that. They really did some in-depth market research to come up with that one. What
Seriously.
do you want on your Barbie doll? Eczema. No.
Yeah.
Rosacea. Oh, no. We're doing Vitaglio.
That one won out.
Yep. I was rooting for rosacea personally.
Rosacea.
Yeah.
Placeholder. Does anyone else think Mecha looks like the missing link? That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
It's Pravda.
Yeah. You have to say the CG Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the comic.
Is there a
Is there
I was gonna be
Maybe
like,
we could all wear like a star on our chest or something.
I was gonna say something like sarcastic, but I didn't want it to come across like I was being snarky direct to the person. I was just gonna be sarcastic in general, and I was like, that's gonna come across wrong. Let me not do that.
Listen, if you're in Comicsgate and I don't know you, and you want to live in my house, yeah, sure, why not?
Wait, what?
What?
Why don't you go ahead and sleep with my sister at that point?
Wait, what?
What?
Well, you guys never seen Full Metal Jacket?
Oh.
I was like, what? I'm looking at the chat. I'm like, what is people saying to you right now?
No, I was trying to clean up Full Metal Jacket for this channel. So. You come over to my house and sleep with my sister.
Look at that. Who else uses French curves with a mid?
We should replace Barbie Ken with Street Fighter Ken, the space for rent. I agree. Hadouken! You know, I could really go for a really nice hamburger right now.
It does
I
sound
don't
good.
really want to go drive for it, though.
I'm getting a little.
If Matt Costin were here, he would leave right now for In-N-Out.
No, he'd be like, I have a lasagna soaking in the ramen or something.
Topanga? No one brought up Topanga earlier. I think I said Tiffany Thiessen, though.
Was Topanga? What is Topanga?
Boy Meets World.
What?
Oh yeah, she
More
was
90s,
she was
though.
cute. Yeah.
They did a sequel to it, didn't they?
Wait a minute. How we brought up my cousin Vinny, and no one mentioned Marissa Tomei? We're all slackers. I'm sorry.
DNQ design a masculine Ken. That'd be fun.
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember back in the day we did the redesigned Captain Marvel.
That was a good episode. So
That
was
was a good
the
episode.
redesign of Space Ghost.
I don't know if I saw that one.
Kelsey Shannon's first DNQ win, I think. Really knocked it out of the park with that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that, but I think I was working that night.
Almost as much as he knocked it out of the park coloring the cover for Kim Jung-gi's Lone Star 3 cover.
It's called Girl Meets World. That's what it was.
No, it was Boy Meets World. Girl Meets World was the
follow-up.
The continuation, yeah.
All right, fine, I'll show it. Hold on a second.
Show that cover.
Show the cover. Do, 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 do. There it is. Boo! Look at that. And for those who haven't seen it already, Kelsey put up the process video of this today, complete with the lovely background music. He's going to do a voiceover talking through his process later, but there you go. There you
And
go.
this is Kim Jung-gi's artistic representation of people asking Mike to come back to Comicsgate.
Yeah, this is Nasser. Here.
Ethan, of course, with his mouth on your shoulder.
Yeah. This one right here is John Malin waiting in front of me, and
That's right. You could almost see the ink on his fingers, ready to do a cover of yours.
here's Kelsey. No. No, oh wait, this is Cecil. Cecil's back here.
No. Cecil had his own D&Q episode at one point.
I'm the one all the way.
True. And
the one
for those who didn't say, I did announce today, and I'm sorry I haven't sent it out on the mailing list yet, but the awesome Wolverine homage after Linnell Francis Yu from Paolo Pantalina. Look at that. How freaking
That's
awesome.
nice. Yeah, that's nice.
I don't know what it is about that drawing, but it's very nice.
It's because it's very nice.
Must be what it is.
That's exactly what it is. So if you backed any of the major purchases, then this comes with it as well. And it'll come as a Virgin variant as well. Dark Gift gets the Virgin variant. He gets the colored version. He gets everything because of Dennis
Is
Barrett.
Long Star bulletproof?
I know. That's awesome. I'm still like in shock.
Lone Star is not bulletproof. His jacket actually is, but you know, whatever. Star
Is he bullet resistant?
No, they go right in.
If you think about it, Spider-Man is also like one of those guys that bullets go right into him.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have any extra durability that I remember. Like, oh no, Green Goblin's surfboard cut me.
Scotty Richards says, "Is there a vampire named Pride?" No, but
No.
in my universe, a group of vampires is actually called a Pride. Has Kim Jung-gi seen the colored version? I actually sent him the Kelsey's video today, so I don't know if he's seen it yet. He is probably on the other side of the planet. So
Probably enjoying some kimchi, which I would love some right now if anyone can give me some.
yeah.
Maybe on a burger, bacon, cheese, grease.
If you're new here, you haven't backed much of anything or anything at all, you can get my entire library of comics, which I've published for the last 2 years, for only $199, and they all come signed.
Go on this crazy comic adventure together.
That includes all 5 covers from this campaign, which includes the Paolo Pantalina, which, again, it will be colored, the Fallen Angel cover, the Kari Evans cover, which, again, awesome, the Final Fight cover, and the Kim Jung-gi. So that all comes in that package as well. Otherwise, you can get everything individually, except if you want the Virgin variant, you have to actually buy the regular cover, and then it's in the add-ons. And I should probably put that in here somewhere. I'll get around to that maybe tomorrow. I'm trying to finish this thing. So that's it. That's for that. Thank you. Let's see what's going on Twitter. Never mind. All right. Pride is an excellent name for a vampire. Pride from this vampire Pride.
I'm rather upset, Mike. You're not following me anymore.
What?
Yeah.
On Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Well, that's okay. He's never followed me.
I haven't?
He did. He was following me. I just noticed that now when I went back into Twitter.
Well, to be fair to Mike, I have like 18 different Twitter accounts, so
that's weird because I had you.
Twitter's been doing that to did that to me like 5 times. Like I went to somebody. I was like, I've been following them for like 2 years. Why am I not following them anymore?
Well, Twitter does that unfollow crap a lot lately.
That was an interesting thing. What's his face? Because you guys all saw it here last night, but it was repeated again today that I had Shane Davis blocked, but I unblocked him months ago. But then I thought, oh, maybe he was talking about the MAGA 7 campaign. Because he was saying that he went to go look to back my book, and then he went to the campaign, and he was trying to get to the campaign, but he was blocked.
Of course, he's doing the Kitty Cat book.
Yeah, I had pretty much everybody in Ethan's circle blocked at one point, but I unblocked them. That was very short lived. And months ago, so I think
That's a good question. If you made a comic called Lone Star Injustice, would DC come after you?
Lone Star Injustice.
Probably would.
No, not as a subtitle. They wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Might raise an eyebrow.
yeah, because of like, oh, the guy who worked on Injustice has a book with the word injustice.
Yes.
That's weird. Well, that's kind of the thing with comic artists is like the publishers always let them keep their original art, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just part of the deal.
Uh-huh. Unless you're Terrific Productions, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's part of the standard deal. If you make another deal, then there are gigs where it's like, the original art is part of the purchase.
Yeah.
Not for me though.
Yeah, see?
Not I, McFly.
I didn't know it was legal for me to do this. Lone Star, Inn of the Justice.
I wonder what Oz Art's up to. We need a fake Liam up in here.
Fake Liam. Buzzing Fake Liam.
Oh man.
I just want to finish this at this point. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's after midnight already. All right, I need to finish up these details and wrap it up.
Yeah, I gotta actually jump off. It's after 3 here. I gotta go take care of my dogs and hit the sack.
bro. Thanks for popping on.
Thank you for having me. And Dennis Baruch, thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. That was super cool.
Man among men, Dennis Baruch is.
There's nothing I could say that wouldn't sound really cheesy or corny or whatever. So just thank you. Appreciate it. Mecca, I'll catch you later, my brother.
All right, bro.
Have a good one,
Nice
guys.
having a nice
Dude.
having you.
Oh, don't forget to sign up for Hunting Alice and get that free Peter Gilmore trading card. So,
Here you go.
all right, guys, have a good night.
Peace.
Yeah. And then there were 2.
Go hunt Alice. I think she'll
There you go. There's the link to Dark Gifts. All right. I'm not hearing anything from Fake Liam. All right. All right.
Right.
Well, it's tonight's kind of like a goodwill and brotherhood thing, so maybe we don't need such an antagonistic presence.
Sure. You think he was antagonistic? Right.
Right? We're gonna save the comic book industry, right?
Right.
I say right after everything, right?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Right?
Mine.
Who? I hate to say it like this, but who was Dennis Pruch's friend that we lost? Earlier this year?
Perkindo?
Was that his name?
Yeah.
What was it? Perkindo?
Yeah. It was,
That's what it was. Perkindo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about him the last couple of days. Yeah, we're gonna leave Liam alone. Yeah, he's got enough. Hopefully, he learned something from it.
he's got enough on his plate trying to save the comic book industry.
Save the comic book industry, right?
What he's doing is too important for us to be
Yeah.
mocking him.
He ordered Domino's every day.
Who did?
What?
Perkindo? Who's talking?
Somebody.
No, I give Liam grief because it's like I went on to his stream just to try to talk to him and he blocked me, like all of my accounts. Like I wasn't even razzing him.
He's part of a Christian.
No anti-CG is allowed in my chat. I'm like, all right, dude, you're freaking spreading that crap too.
I'll call your sheriff's office in town and get a cyber stalking.
Did you see that he never mind. He posted that thing on my YouTube. comment. I posted it on Twitter, but
Oh yeah. Some people just don't get along.
nah.
Oh, okay. Rhaegar says knew a guy in the Navy who smelled like pizza. All right.
Oh, all righty then.
LoneStarComic.com.
Lone Star
The
Comic.
Dragon Guard on Indiegogo. Bric-a-Brac. Thomas Moria. All great campaigns.
What else should we pimp? Shadow
Possibly the only comics you'll ever need. Ever.
Shadow Sentry. How about Shadow Sentry?
Yeah, comic people are crazy.
Indeed.
I mean, the SJWs in the comic industry, they were the car crash. And like it or not, we were all on the same highway. We got stuck in traffic.
I don't know what that means, but sure. Bless you.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
But I don't think anyone gets anywhere spiting anyone. So, back campaigns that you want to back, there's a lot of great stuff out there. A lot.
Yeah. And if anybody's interested in the hullabaloo about the clickbait, then just go back and watch the beginning of the show, because we're about done here anyways.
Kung Fu Kitty might be an alt of Kylie Jenner.
What?
I'd like to buy the world of Coke, she says.
I don't get the joke.
I don't either. And I said it.
No, right?
I found the weirdest picture right now. It's a picture of Thor and Brie Larson. And then looks like Thor ate Brie Larson.
What? Are you gonna share it?
I don't have my second screen set up.
Oh. You can share, click share, and then click share window.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
This is just the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Thor eater.
This is just so stupid.
Nom nom nom. She was
It's a
delicious.
Brie Larson. Oh. Sorry, guys.
Fix
Yeah,
it.
we were talking about everyone getting along. I'm sorry. It's been an interesting night. Goodwill abounds.
Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah. His
Oh,
unofficial name was Petty Officer Stanky. I had a captain in the army. His name was Stankus. Captain Stankus.
Seriously?
Yeah, I always imagined like a colonel yelling at him. Like, Stankus! What in the heck's going on out there? How could you take that serious? We're getting some reactions to Chris Hemsworth eating Brie Larson. It's that 3 a.m. humor kind of thing.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'll be done. Then we can wrap this puppy up. Just one
No,
more-
I'm sorry. I'm ruining the stream.
There we go.
Right.
Nick here.
See, this is what happens with the SJWs. We just have to eat them to get them out of our way, right?
Oh shoot. Missed a spot. Missed a spot, right?
I like the big Thorbowski 100% better now. Fat Thor appeared on screen when Brie Larson went off planet for Endgame.
Huh?
That might be the case. Yeah.
I love Fat Thor.
You should change your background to that picture.
I don't love him that much, but
Oh.
no, I love Fat Thor. I know people complain about Fat Thor, but to me that was just this maybe too much realism. But man, grief does crazy things to people, and him getting fat and giving up on the world was like that seemed real to me.
Yeah, definitely. Especially men,
Yeah.
when they
I had a friend, Jeff. He when he lost his fiance when he was 21 and blew up to like 400 pounds and could never get away from it.
Yeah, it's hard to move your heart. Easier to move a muscle.
Right.
Right.
I'm going to do a real quick MSM sideways here. This is me stamp. This is how I stamp me on. And there it is. What do you guys think? Let's blow that up. Boom! This is the card for. I'm just gonna put these marks on for trim lines. But this is the card art for Dragon Guard for Kevin Sharp's campaign. Hopefully everybody here has backed it. If not, what are you waiting for? Kevin is a hell of a guy, a hell of an artist. And his book looks fantastic. So please do make an effort, if you have not already, to back Dragon Guard. Back it once, back it twice, back it thrice.
Back it once.
It's worth it. Every single tear is worth it. All right.
New Japanese invention aimed at single men simulates holding a woman's hand.
That's so sad.
Mark Dice tweets in response to this, pathetic.
Amen about grief, Mike, says Jack Stafford. Right. So there she is. Beautiful, Mike. I think Kevin will be happy with it. I hope so. She has boob armor.
Booba. Yeah, boob armor is all the rage right now.
It's all the rage. It's all the rage.
A lot of rage down here and down under, right?
All right, let's take one more quick stroll down the Kim Jong-gi Lone Star Mind the Monster cover art campaign thing. Hold on a second. Let me change my camera. That way you can see my shining face. Of course, then I have to move this thing. Let's get that out of the way. All right. So we are at $14,291. I don't think I've got any sales, but let's roll it around and see. Anyways, we're at 239 backers. The next backer is number 240. That'd be awesome. Not awful, but awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mike, would the silhouette of a dragon behind her work? Yeah, it would be work. Thanks for asking.
No, it just appears there.
I could do. Nah, that'd be too busy. So here you can get the early bird special, which has 5 covers. Actually, you get all 10 covers and 5 metal prints for, frankly, 20% less than the last early bird special, wherein you only got 4 covers. So you get a free metal print and 2 free covers compared to last time. You can get it digitally, and I remind everybody that the first issue is free right now in the description. Move this over here. In the description, you can get Lone Star Heart of the Hero free as a PDF in the description right now. All you have to do is scroll your page down a little bit and click that link, and then click on the Lone Star comic.com link and check these out. You can get Kim Jong-gi cover. Any of these you click on, you can then go ahead and also get the the Virgin variant cover, the black and white Virgin variant, for no additional shipping. No additional shipping. Especially good for those of you out of the country because it's expensive to ship. Anyways, you can get the Final Fight cover. You can get the Kari Evans cover. You can get the Fallen Angel cover. And I'm going to have to change this one. Even though 5 are already claimed, I have to change this and actual put Paolo's cover on there. Maybe I'll wait until he gives me the color piece. We have the Lone Star Heart, Soul, and Mind. That's issues 1, 2, and 3. You can get those for $59. Blacklist Digital Library. You can get everything I've published for the last 2 years for only $59 digitally. The Lone Star Monster Hunt sketch card is still available, one claimed. All 5 Lone Star covers signed for $99. Speaking about Lone Star for the Troops, $120, only $20 more, and you get all this stuff. Well, $21, and we send at least 10 copies to the troops. Probably going to send significantly more. Blacklist Library, I pointed that earlier. Everything I've ever published in the last 2 years, all signed for $199. And I still have some Heart of the Hero sketch covers available. You can grab one of those and get yourself a nice original sketch. And these are the covers. This is the Paolo Pantalina Lineal U Homage variant cover from the Lineal U Wolverine cover that he did. The Fallen Angel cover, which I'm having that recolored, but you know, it looks cool like that. The Kari Evans cover. Kari is a great friend and just one of the finest artists to ever work in comic book industry. This is the Final Fight cover, which I don't know. The fans seem to like this one. I think this is my best-selling cover, which is funny because I wasn't even going to use it because like it's not enough stuff going on, so I wanted to do that. So I did this one instead, but this one's selling better.
That's a solid piece of the art there.
Yeah, and then obviously the Kim Jung-gi Kelsey Shannon cover you can get there.
The Crawling Back to CG cover.
The what?
The Crawling Back to CG cover.
Yeah. So anyways, that's it, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Mecca, thanks for being here. You can follow Mecca at Jalapeno Milk on YouTube.
The best combination of dairy and spicy foods you could ever ask for.
Yes.
If you want that.
If you haven't checked out Kelsey's coloring video on his channel, Kelsey Shannon, please do go check that out. It is very cool. And other than that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. And we're going to go out on a happy note.
Nobody can compete with God.
But that's not the one.
Ramses #1, he knows the secrets of desire. Ramses is the one, he puts the people